We're over here on Ladera Trails by Toll Brothers, and the models are finally open. So let's go check out the Manchester plan, elevated in a modern ranch look. Walking up, one thing I love about these homes, there's space in the back and in the front. You actually have a front yard and you have a nice sized driveway too. And these model lots are a little bigger than the standard lots, but even the standard lots would accommodate such as well. So heading into the front, you've got two doors. So which door should we go in first? Let's check out this door. And it is going to be a guest suite entrance. And this is a really cool space too. Let's talk about why. You've got wood floors here, 10-foot ceilings, the 60-40 blend on the drywall finish there. And then you have this big wet bar area too. You've got a built-in wine fridge there. It looks like they're missing the faceplate possibly. Quartz countertops here too. Tons of space around here. Obviously got a living area, so definitely more set up like a multi-gen with this option on the floor plan. It does have access to the main house, so we won't get there quite yet. And over here, you have the guest bedroom for the multi-gen suite Casita option at the front of the home. Pretty nice sized guest bedroom, nothing too crazy size-wise, but I love the colors here with the light wood floor, along with, once again, those 10-foot ceilings. I really like this design wall as well. It's set up a little bit differently than your typical board and batten that you're seeing a lot of in homes, including myself. Of course, it does have a walk-in closet over there. Heading into the guest bathroom over here, you've got tile to the ceilings, another window in the bathroom, which if you watch my tour of the wood blend floor plan here, I do really like when bathrooms have windows versus just being dark and dim, as someone who currently has a house with dark and dim bathrooms because there are no windows. And then you do have access to the one-car garage bay over here on the front. The only thing you really don't get in this space is a full kitchen, which might even be an option here, or a laundry setup. You'd have to go to the main house for that. But we're going to go back through here to give a proper tour and go through the front door to check out the main home. Absolutely love this hallway, 10 out of 10. So on the ceiling, you do have what looks to be actually the same wood as the floor up on the ceiling there, along with these big pendant lights here as well. More of a modern design on the walls here too. And I do like these giant sconces on both sides. It makes it super elegant and pretty. Little coat closet over here, along with more storage for linens, towels, things like that. Half bath over on this side around here. And over here is another guest bedroom. And before we go to that, this is that access point through the multi-gen Casita suite at the front of the home we checked a moment ago that heads into here. For zoning reasons, they typically have to put a door between that to the main house, so it's not considered a duplex. Very good sized bedroom here. It's a full or queen bed they have for staging, but there was plenty of space on both sides to get an even bigger bed in here too, if you'd like, or two beds at that. Good sized walk-in closet there. And over here in the guest bathroom, you have some very groovy tile on the floor. It almost looks like linen of sorts. Seen it a couple times. I'm not sure the exact name, but anyone who knows it, drop it in the comments below. And then tile to the ceiling on the shower again as well. Heading out of this guest bedroom wing, I'm gonna walk through here and head into the main living area. And here you have possibly one of my favorite decor styles that I ever see when it comes to a model home. You've got the tongue and groove ceiling up there too on the ceiling like you did in the foyer behind. That does sort of give a floor to ceiling look when it comes to the wood, if you get what I'm saying there. 48-inch fireplace there with a little bit of cabinetry on the side and the stack stone in front. Love that massive chandelier, but pretty good sized space for the living area with the option to maybe scoot out a little bit more, but would still want to be careful of that hallway there. And then over to the kitchen and dining area. Love the stack cabinetry with the glass fronts. Actually, a fun trick, what I learned with glass fronts on stacked cabinetry in that second row, is if you do have certain pots or pans that you don't want seen, maybe do certain areas where it's covered. Nonetheless, love the waterfall quartz countertops here, the two-tone cabinetry where you've got the light wood and the island, the main white cabinets on the perimeter edge here too, under cabinet lighting on both the bottoms and the top cabinets. And then heading over into this space, you do have a sort of butler's pantry, more of a drop station area, and a massive walk-in pantry. It's kind of moody, I'll be honest, but plenty of space throughout, regardless of whatever color you paint it, even if it's pink. Heading back through the kitchen area, we'll go into the dining space here. Love the nice dramatic curtains they did from the ceiling for staging. This is an 8-seater table, but there's space to do probably a 10-seater with some tightness. 8's probably going to be your best fit for this space. However, you could admittedly also put a table over here where they have these two chairs between the kitchen and the living area, but personal preference. You can see this is a massive backyard here. And this is an upgraded lot, but it's not twice as big as everything else you're going to see here. And of course, those amazing santan vanities out the back. And then heading into the master primary suite here, once again, they did the tongue and groove ceiling throughout on both the floor and the ceiling in your main areas, along with doors out to the Casita Cabana area. But I love the finishes here, love the mixture of stones and woods. Most homes in Arizona are very cold. They don't have a lot of character. And so bringing in those different elements really makes a house stand out, even if they're just on an accent wall here or a ceiling here. Very nice touches, totally worth doing if you're going to stay in a home long-term or try to maximize how much it stands out over other homes in an area, especially a tract development. This bathroom is super wide. Of course, you do have your split vanities on both sides and a little bit of space over here if you want to do a makeup vanity, either a slided one or possibly an option through Toll Brothers. You do have this big floating tub that overlooks the side yard. If it were me, I would personally spend some money, do some really nice landscaping to have a focal point off the tub, along with another massive shower over here. They've got the bench on this one too, tiled to the ceiling, and I think a couple few wires for music, which there is plenty of room to do some dancing in here. But heading over into the walk-in closet here, with the wood floors, it gives it such an elevated high-end look. And it's just, once again, those touches that do cost some money, but really make your house stand out. They did the built-in cabinets in the closet, of course, because it is a Toll Brothers model home. So we're not going to talk too much about those since those aren't included. But I do like this one is optioned with the pass-through to the laundry room. And this has become more common in tract homes in the last 10, 15 years to have this option where the laundry sits next to the master bedroom. I personally like it. I think it's great for access instead of having to walk all the way around. And of course, this one is optioned with the sink and the cabinets above too. I wish they would have done the cabinets above. That's a pretty easy add-on afterwards, not the end of the world. We're going to end this thing off with the Cabana. Where do you see Cabanas on tract home? Never. This one is set up with a fountain on the side if you want your own little Zen garden. And while the Cabana is currently locked up during the last phases of construction here, it does have its own AC system. This one does have a wet bar as well. So you have 2 wet bars in this house, along with a bathroom, which is an option on the Cabana. So you can option it 2 different ways, as either just one big room with an AC system or with the optional bathroom, which is what I would choose because you can use it either as a pool bathroom or as a separate guest house in the back. Since we are back here, we can check out this backyard size, which, as I said, is massive. That's a huge pool for this size, and there's still plenty of space to maneuver, even with the Cabana sitting right in the back corner too. And if you're interested in this Manchester plan over in Ladera Trails by Toll Brothers or any other plans within the Ladera Trails community, feel free to drop Ladera in the comments below. I look forward to helping on your home buying journey.